Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A burial will be held Friday at St. John's United Church of Christ in St. John's for 13-year-old murder victim Jacob Delgadio. The Drums teen died August 4th after being brutally stabbed and beaten for hours in his home. Cesar Delgadio, Jacob's adoptive father, has been charged with the boy's murder, and Virginia Yar Delgadio, his adoptive mother, is facing multiple charges related to the incident. Members of the nearby church decided to hold a funeral so the public can come and pay their respects to the teen. All burial services are donated, and a parish family offered one of their cemetery plots. The service will start at 10 o'clock a.m. Friday at St. John's Cemetery on St. John's Road. Everyone is invited to attend. Donations for Jacob Delgadio's surviving siblings can be sent to St. John's Cemetery, P.O. Box 11, St. John's, PA 18247. Pennsylvania State Police from Troop N Hazleton conducted a sobriety checkpoint over the Labor Day holiday weekend, covering areas in both Carbon and Luzerne counties. Troopers say the operation led to the arrest of one driver under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. 7 other motorists were stopped and given standardized field sobriety tests and were released. The checkpoint also resulted in a significant number of traffic enforcement actions. State Police issued 56 citations for various violations of the Pennsylvania Vehicle Code and handed out 25 written warnings. The Pennsylvania State Police reminds drivers that checkpoints like these are part of the ongoing efforts to keep impaired drivers off the road and to increase highway safety. The Food and Drug Administration is expanding a major recall of shrimp products after radiation linked to long-term cancer risks was detected in shipping containers and some seafood samples. Several companies are now recalling shrimp sold under a variety of brand names. Southwind Foods has pulled frozen, cooked, and raw shrimp distributed between mid-July and early August in 9 states, including Pennsylvania. Earlier, recalls also affected some of Walmart's great-value frozen shrimp, including products shipped to Pennsylvania. The FDA stresses the levels of radiation detected are not likely to cause immediate illness, but repeated exposure could raise the risk of cancer. For a full list of recalled products, consumers can visit the FDA's website. A Shenandoah man is facing drug charges after a raid on Peace Street late last month. Hazleton police arrested 22-year-old Saniel Calzado Berroa following a 3-month investigation by the city's narcotics unit and the Luzerne County Drug Task Force. Investigators say it included surveillance operations and controlled drug bugs. When police executed a search warrant, they seized several pounds of marijuana, cocaine, and drug packaging materials. Berroa was charged with 10 felony counts, including delivery of a controlled substance and criminal use of a communication facility. He was arraigned with bail set at $30,000 and is currently being held at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. The months of summer may have been fun for many different individuals getting big breaks here and there, but it certainly has not been fun for the Pennsylvania State Police Bureau of Liquor Control Enforcement. There are officers assigned to the Wilkes-Barre District Enforcement Office who are responsible for enforcement of the liquor laws, and over the month of August, there has been a number of activities. There have been over 90 complaints received, violation and warning letters, citations for underage drinking, citations for fake IDs, and, of course, criminal arrests. The assigned officers are charged with enforcing provisions at over 2,000 licensed establishments in counties such as Carbon, Lackawanna, Luzerne, Monroe, Susquehanna, and Wyoming. From the month September through November, volunteers of Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful will be helping with big cleanups. Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful is a trash pickup program all for the sake of stopping pollution, keeping trash from reaching the waterways and oceans. Because of this important program, individuals and/or groups are helping clean up different public spaces, and the task is made easier as they are provided gloves, safety vests, and trash bags. Those interested in joining an existing cleanup event can visit KPB's calendar of events at keeppabeautiful.org. Those interested in registering their own cleanup can visit www.keeppabeautiful.org/programs/pick-up-pa/. Coming up on WYLN News, the Powerball jackpot has reached a whole new number. Plus, a nationwide change in SNAP work has begun. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
Hi, my name is Victoria and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
PPW High Voltage is back. Join us for all the hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action that only PPW Wrestling can bring you. Join us each and every week as we bring you the action from the Slatington Expo Center, Saturdays at 4:30, Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. PPW Wrestling, the best in independent wrestling.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. To an amazing degree of excitement, the Powerball lottery money amount has reached $1.7 billion. This is truly one of the largest jackpots in Powerball history. This exact winning would be the third largest jackpot in U.S. history, just shy of the $1.765 billion win in March of 2024. Hypothetically, the winner with all 6 numbers matched can select either the full annuity, which is a payout over 3 decades, totaling the whole $1.7 billion prize, or the upfront payout of $770.3 million before taxes. The tickets cost $2 each, and they are sold in 45 states, not to mention the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Various states around the country have had winnings of a few millions, but not one has yet found the lucky numbers. Winning the lottery may give a great feeling like no other, and may be wished for all the time, but the purchase of tickets is still a gateway towards gambling. Those who have a gambling problem can contact the Pennsylvania Gambling Helpline, a confidential program free and open 24/7, 365. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-426-2537. A strong armed robbery occurred in McAdoo Wednesday, and now police need the public's help identifying the suspect. Klein Township Police Department report that at approximately 4:40 p.m., a man entered JF Enterprises on Mile Hill Road and struck the proprietor in the head. He proceeded to take a gun and cash from the victim's pockets before fleeing into the woods north of the store. They believe this is the suspect caught on surveillance video and are searching for him. He is described as a white or light-skinned male, around 5 feet 10 inches tall, approximately 170 pounds, black hair and a black thin beard coming into a goatee. He was wearing a gray t-shirt and dark-colored cargo shorts at the time of the assault. Anyone with information about the suspect is asked to call the Klein Township Police Department at 570-929-2354. A nationwide change in SNAP work requirements began September 1st, and Pennsylvania has launched a new website to make it easier for residents to report that information to the government. SNAP recipients now have to report at least 20 hours of work, education, training, or volunteering per week if they meet the age requirements, do not have a dependent under the age of 18, and are physically and mentally able to work. The state has included information on the new website that explains who will be impacted and how to meet the requirements. If the requirements are not met, then recipients can get 3 months of benefits within a 3-year period. More information can be found through the Department of Health Services website at www.pa.gov/agencies/DHS. A cold front has been issued for the morning of Friday, September 5th. After days of no rain in northeastern and central Pennsylvania, a major difference is approaching the east side. Humidity may rise from today to Saturday, September 6th, to which a secondary cold front occurs. Rain and thunderstorms may push towards the east with possibly strong and damaging winds and some downpours. There is no given flood threat due to how dry the season has been. Join WYLN TV 35 News for the high school football season, as the games will be broadcasted live to watch at home, on TV, or on YouTube. Starting Friday, September 5th, the Hazleton area Cougars will be facing off against various teams in an arena made up of mild violence and grace, just like the NFL players do in the most popular sport in United States broadcasting. The first broadcasted game will be the Cougars facing the West Scranton Invaders. Feel free to even attend the home games at the Harmon Geist Memorial Field at 175 North Wyoming Street, Hazleton. The games commence every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. and will rebroadcast every Saturday and Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. The games will also be saved in the live section of the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel for those who missed the rebroadcasts. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Hazleton Art League Executive Director Mark Peterson has many events to announce on this week's Community and You. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Part 1 of Watsontown. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Guys, do you realize what we're doing this season? Yeah. We've got the best deals. We've got the lowest price guarantees. We got enough inventory for everyone in Hazleton. And the season starts, and it's starting right now.
Yeah! The lowest price guarantee.
Yeah. Ow! Remember this, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton GMC. We have the...
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Attention, WYLN viewers. WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, I'm Preston Idris, your host today on Community and You, and here with me is my good friend Mark Peterson, Executive Director of the Art League in Hazelton. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Preston. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day that you see good people, but so what do you got to say today?
Well, first of all, we have such an exciting September coming up, and what we have right now is our Alice Laputka. She has an exhibition opening. It's Alice Laputka Colors of the West this Friday, September 5th from 5 to 8 at the Hayden Family Center for the Arts. And then on Sunday from 1 to 3 is an artist talk. So her work is absolutely phenomenal. She works in pastels, which is perfect for what we have coming up on Sunday, September 14th. That is our 10th annual Peace, Love, and Chalk, and that's supported by Hazelton's favorite, Joe Madden. And it's something really exciting. I even brought over some chalk here, but I'm not the artist. We're looking for artists.
All right, I'm all
You're stunned, I can tell.
Like, wow. Yes, we cannot go in life without artists. We need creativeness, don't we?
Exactly, and we need artists for this event in particular because you can earn prizes, cash prizes. It's for young people ages 12 to 17. They can earn up to a $300 cash prize. Ooh. Actually, it's a gift card, but it's $300. And the 18 and older category, the top prize is $1,000. So if you have artistic talent, or even if you want to have a wonderful time, come to the Hayden Family Center for the Arts, where the Hazelton Art League is, and sign up online at hazeltonartleague.org and be a part of this. And it's free to participate. It's free to attend. It's going to take place on Sunday, September 14th, beginning at 9 a.m. and going till 3 p.m. And we'll have the artwork will be judged, prizes will be given, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You seem very excited for this.
I am super excited about this.
All right, September 14th. That's sorry, what day is that again?
That's a Sunday.
Sunday, okay. Okay, so yeah, hopefully nobody has any plans that day because they could make a big plan this one, right?
100%. And if you do have plans, change them. I mean, well, that's just a suggestion.
If it's a high, or maybe a high recommendation, that's
indeed.
This does sound like a great opportunity to, because not only in the ways of creativeness, but also a good way of socializing, I'm assuming, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. And one of the cool things about it is that there's a People's Choice category. So while you're watching the artist, you can put your opinion in there. You can vote for the ones that you think are the top artists. And that's also a way that the general public can participate. And we're going to be in the Can-Do Community Park. We're going to have food trucks. There are going to be people out on the sidewalk creating their art. And you can go into the gallery and see the beautiful art by Alice Laputka. It's phenomenal.
Huh, that's one way to bring people into it, dinner and a show.
Yes, indeed, yes. And not only that, but wait, there's more. On Friday, September 26th, we are having our third annual Color the Course. It's a golf tournament that's going to be held at Valley Country Club. And what's really exciting about this is that we have so many wonderful sponsors who are a part of it. Wendy's is our #1 sponsor for that. And, they've been fantastic for us. And I don't know if you've ever had one of their salads, but I have a favorite over there.
I mean, usually I just go for a Dave single, but it's still good stuff there.
Well, I highly recommend checking it out. The apple and pecan salad is a very good and healthy choice, I might add. But not only that, there's so much going on. And at the end of September, we are not actually participating, but we're supporting the Mexican Independence celebration, which is going to take place at Community Park, and that's going to be on Sunday, September 28th. So get your calendars ready, folks, because there's a lot happening in Hazleton with the Art League and other community organizations this September.
Well, judging by your excited tone, I guess all of you should feel the same way, don't you?
Yes, but wait, there's more.
What else is there?
October. Do you remember what's going to be happening in October?
Give me a recap.
Sci-fi exhibition.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right. And we have an open call to artists to be a part of this. It doesn't cost anything to participate, and we are accepting artwork, so it has to be by the 28th of September. We need to know what artworks you're going to put into the science fiction, sci-fi exhibition show that we have. So it's an open call to artists. So just go to the Hazleton Art League website, hazletonartleague.org, and sign up. But wait, there's more.
I'm all ears. What do you got?
On October 17th, we're going to have a drag show. And that's going to take place at the Hayden Family Center for the Arts. And we are asking people to come in costume. So you don't have to come in costume, but it'll make it more fun and lively. And the tickets for that are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. And that starts at 7 o'clock on Friday, October 17th. And something else just occurred to me. October is the month we begin taking memberships for 2026. So if you become a member of the Hazleton Art League in October, that's good through December of 2026. So if you're not a member now is your chance. You could become a member.
You really did bring a lot.
I did. And,
yes,
good. Apologies to your viewers who have been overwhelmed by everything that's happening at the Hazleton Art League.
Overwhelmed or excited. That's,
okay.
There's a difference there, but...
Excellent.
Okay, so I guess that's enough time to cover for Community and you. I thank you, Mark. Let's see, we really needed a good recap on all that stuff. It was good.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that'll do for Community and you today. I guess we'll see you next time.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to look at how a cold laser helped a chronically bad ankle to heal, and then proper chiropractic care got her back to be much stronger. So check in this week.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
And I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
There was, predictably, much tension between European settlers and Native Americans that had lived in the Susquehanna Valley for centuries when the latter started arriving in the 1700s. The British would build a series of forts along the river to protect their settlers. One of these was Fort Menninger, which was built in the spring of 1778 along White Deer Creek near the house and mills of widow Catherine Smith. As far as the typical image of a fort would go, Fort Menninger did not quite live up to the name, as it consisted of a small triangular fence surrounding Smith's house and mill, although its walls were 2 feet thick. 14 men garrisoned at the fort at the peak of its service. The fort would be abandoned in 1779 in the face of the Big Runaway, where settlers in the Wyoming and Susquehanna valleys were forced to flee from sustained Native American attacks. The empty Fort Menninger would be subsequently burned by the natives on July 8, 1779. After the Revolution, Catherine Smith returned to her property and rebuilt her mill. Other settlers would come to the area in the late 1700s. One of them was John Watson Sr., who first purchased land in the area in 1792. He'd eventually lay out the community that would be named in his honor, as well as the road leading into it, today's First Street. His sons would inherit his lands after Watson's death in 1815. One of the first businesses in the fledgling community was a ferry across the Susquehanna, officially chartered by Daniel Caldwell in 1800. Traveling between Watsontown and White Deer Mills on the opposite bank, the ferry used poles to cross the river during low tides and oars during high tides. Caldwell ran the ferry through 1836. Among the other operators who would come after him were Henry High and John Bly. After over 115 years of continuing usage, ferry service in Watsontown ended in 1918, but would resume briefly in 1924 for another 4 years. Beginning in 1834, Watsontown would also be the beneficiary of the construction of the West Branch Canal. Stretching from Northumberland to Farrensville just above Lock Haven, the canal allowed goods to be easily shipped down the Susquehanna's West Branch. Watsontown would be the site of the canal's Lock 18, complete with lock tender's house alongside the lock. The canal would be in service through 1900, but would remain standing in Watsontown for some years afterwards. By January of 1850, there was a movement to split off the longer northern end of Northumberland County from the rest of the county. The proposed new entity, to be named Freeland County, would have included Watsontown, as well as Milton, McEwensville, and Turbotville. A petition was sent to State Senator Robert Frick, who tried to advance it with state leaders. The timing of the push, however, proved inopportune, as it came shortly after the state had created Montour County, and Pennsylvania state brass had no interest in creating any new ones at that time. And so, ultimately, Freeland County failed to come into being. Some years later, Watsontown itself would be the subject of a proposed name change. The genesis for this proposal was Hazleton founder Ario Pardee, who had bought up land in the Watsontown area that were rich in timber. Pardee's mines in Hazleton needed the timber to prop up the tunnels, so having a ready supply was a boon to Pardee's business. Pardee built a sawmill in the south side of town, which became known as the Big Bill locally to cut the timber. The mill would be a major employer for the community. Pardee would build a matchstick factory alongside the mill to process excess timber, and then establish the Pardee Car and Machine Works in 1872 with several additional partners, as well as eventually assuming control of the Watsontown Furniture and Table Works. When the community was incorporated in 1867, more than a few locals suggested naming the town Ario City. Pardee, however, would decline the offer, and so Watsontown the community would remain.
Hi, my name is Victoria and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow the weather will be partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,